Okay, let's dive into this explainer. It's not just a biography. It's a messy, beautiful blueprint of survival.
Picture a cramped Bronx apartment, just pure survival mode, and an unwalkable floor of total chaos.
But the real invisible war was inside, a mind battling undiagnosed ADHD and heavy depression.
The swings were brutal, sparking with fierce hyperfocus 1 minute, then hitting a wall of paralyzing exhaustion.
Pouring 100% into high-pressure ministries left nothing but visual clutter and absolute burnout behind closed doors.
But listen, these struggles, never design flaws. They were literally the raw scaffolding for a restored temple.
The first turning point? This massive Times Square church balcony seen through a thick haze of Bronx weed. Even through that haze, God wasn't some distant judge. He was a father, tracking his exact coordinates.
Later on, picture a Brewster County jail cell, bright yellow uniforms clashing against cold, solid blue walls.
Right there, in that locked cage, the raw, undeniable revelation of the cross just hit his spirit.
Once again, a relentless father tracked him down in the dark, whispering that exact same protective grace.
Then came the surreal 3:30 a.m. deluge, a freezing puddle on a hard floor under a totally dry ceiling.
Now that puddle wasn't a punishment. It was a physical monument of grace, dropped right onto those woodboards.
Whether in the desert or dripping wet in the dark, the father's exact coordinates literally never missed.
Eventually, God pulled the emergency brake. He completely stripped away the pastoral platforms to save the man underneath.
Therapy, medication, brotherhood, and boundaries. These were the very real, practical tools giving to quiet that internal noise. Authentic faith and mental health care actually worked seamlessly together to finally build a rock-solid foundation.
That foundation led to a massive, sunlit room in Washington Heights. The long, dark winter was finally over.
Right outside the window stood the towering structural steel of the George Washington Bridge, a real monument of strength.
The messy, flat lines of a chaotic Bronx childhood had finally risen into a solid, actual building.
So if you're wrestling with your own mind, hear this. Your wiring is absolutely not a design flaw.
What if your deepest, messiest struggles are simply the raw scaffolding for your very own restored temple?